Hi viewers, in today's video we will discuss how to collect online data through Microsoft Office form. I hope you would have watched the previous videos in which we discussed how to develop an online data collection tool in Google Form, and we also uploaded a video on how to develop online data collection form with KOBO ODKs. Now here I want to share with you the benefits of Microsoft Office form also. It's the same thing, and it helps you collect online data which is readily available in Excel sheet. But there are some benefits of MS Form. It's a little bit easier than the Google Form. For example, when we developed the Google form here, so there we needed a question. For example, we asked that, are you married? Yes, no. So the next question was how many children you have. So we wanted to add a skip logic that if someone say no, so we should not, this question should not appear to him that how many children you have. So when you want to do that in Google form, it's a skip logic type. So you have to create a section for that, the section that you want to skip based on the response of a previous question. But in Microsoft form, you don't need that. You just add a skip logic to each of the question, which is a bit easy. So, for example, this is the feedback survey form that we developed for project staff. So here also the same dates and if you want to your name, and you can also use translation of the question that you can do in the Google form also. That's not a problem. But here I wanted to share with you this also, and this how I did it, I will just explain. Now here this question is based on, for example, I type name here, mail here, designation, and then you see it's directly on the submit. Why? Because do you work in XYZ? Are you employee of XYZ organization? So questions after these questions are based on the response of this question. That's why those are not visible. For example, when you click yes, so you will see the questions which are related to that organization. If you click no, so then you will go direct to submit. So that's very easy here in Microsoft Office form, the skip logic and the skipping some questions based on the response of the previous questions. So how we can do this, and Microsoft form also give you the same MS Excel. For example, here you add all the questions, and in the response section you can download those in MS Excel very easily, just like the Google form. So now let's first see that what are the features of Microsoft Office form, whether it's better than Google form or not, so that you can compare at the end. Now let's see how to open Microsoft Office form. For that, you need to come to the browser. Here you just write MS Form, or if you have already a Microsoft account, you can use the Google account in Microsoft. But if you have already used, so you will have no issue. So here you will need to click this Microsoft form. If you have already created an account and you are already using it, so it will just come to this place. So it will take you directly to your account because I am already signed in. But if not, then it will ask you about your email, username and password, and this just you username and password, and you will enter here just like Google. The way we open our Google, so here in the Google you can see these dots, and here all the apps which are related to the Google, so those are available to you. Similar is the Microsoft Office. Here also when you come to your Microsoft Office account, so you will see here all these Word, Excel, PowerPoint. These are the online version of the Skype and forms, to do things, OneNote, MS Team. So all these softwares will be available to you here. So when you come here, and you can see the similar type of buttons just like the Google page, and all these apps are available here also. And if you want to go to find some more apps, so you can go there also. Now I am in the form page. because I typed Microsoft Office form. So I am here now. It asks you new form, new quiz. Do you want to develop a form or a quiz? There are some templates also readily available, and you can find some more templates also with this. The forms that you have already created are usually available here. You can reopen them from here. So now we are going to start from the scratch. So we need a form. So just click the develop a quiz. So for that you will have to click this one. So we need a form first. One of the benefit of Microsoft Office form is that when you enter the title of the project or the data collection form, so it will guide you later on with the questions also. It would give you suggestions and questions. For example, here I say that just to save your time, I will just copy and paste from the previous one so that we go a little bit easily. For example, I am developing a feedback survey form for project staff. So here I just pasted it. Now here it asks you about the description. If you want to add some description that why you are collecting this data, what is this project, etc. If you want to add an image, a logo of the organization or a logo of the donor or of the firm or the institute where you are working or a university or a school, so you can use that insert image option also. Here you can use online search also. You can upload from your OneDrive also. You can upload from your computer also. So here, for example, I am uploading this from my computer. It's not relevant here, but I am just showing that this way you can upload a logo or a picture, etc. Then this option is also available in Google Form. Okay, now here I need to start my questions. So when I press add new, so here you see, because I have named my form feedback survey form for project staff, so MS Form is giving me a lot of options for the question. Any other feedback you want to provide? How long have you been in the organization? What is your job title? These type of questions, it is suggesting to me that if you want to use these questions, so use them. They are readily available. When you click, so for example, what is your job title? So you can just click and it would give you the same question. But I am developing our own. More suggestions are also there. So for example, my first question, what type of question, what field type I need? A choice is the same that I shared with you in Google Form also and in the KOBO also. You want to add a drop down or a choice list. Text an open-ended question, for example, your name, your father name, etc. Rating, if you want to rate something, for if this field is for a date, so you can use this one. If this field is for ranking, if you want them to rank something, so you can, we will be using all these. Similarly, Likert and other net promoter score and sections, you can add section also. For example, the first part you want to add a section, I mean, for example, the first section is the profile of the respondent, so you can add a section separately for the profile. Then for different areas you can use different sections. So here I need now, for example, a name, so I will select text, your name. Now, will it be a long answer? So no, because name is not that much long. If you want to add a description type of response, so then you should enable this long answer. Now, if you want to add the local languages, for example, if you want to use English and side by side the local language of the respondent also, so you can do that. It's very easy with the help of translator. I usually do that with the help of translator. You can use here the subtitle option also. It's available here under these three dots, subtitles. For example, when you want to add some explanation to this question, and if you want to use a local language here, so that also you can do. You can do that here also. For example, I need to translate this in Hindi or Urdu or some other languages. So you just, it's very easy nowadays. You just copy this, go to Google, type translate. Here you just paste that text, and now which language you want. So you can select from here Hindi, Urdu, any other language of the world, Chinese. Now you see your name, tumhara naam. So you just copy from here. Here is this copy button. So you just click, go to your form, and here add some brackets so that these are separated from that. But these will be, when you download your Excel file. So to avoid some issues, you should use this subtitle section for that. Here, this is the subtitle section, so you can add here this translated version. Now, there are some options. For example, this one, copy question. For example, the next question is your father name. So you just need the similar type of open-ended question. So you just click that. If you want to delete this question, delete it. When you have some more questions, so you can move a question up or move a question down. You can add a picture also relevant to this question. For example, for a name, we will use this when we need some. For example, if somewhere you are asking for a brand, so you can use the brand logos in that question with the help of this key. Now these three dots and this one first required, you need to enable this required if you want that this question must be answered. If you think that this is the mandatory question, so you should enable this required. Now what is there under these three dots? The subtitle option, the restriction option. For example, if it's a date or a number and you want to add some restriction, or if it's ID card or a contact number, so we will be doing this. Add branching, that skip logic, which is available here in every question. It's not like Google form for which where you have to add a section if you want to skip a specific question. Here you can skip. Okay, so the next question. Now here you can see question suggestions. This key is for question suggestions. For example, the first question was your name, so I just click it. What suggestion it gives me? It says here are some suggested questions. How long have you been in the organization? What is your job title? Obviously, what is your name? After that, I would be using these type of question, but now I need first, after your name, I need date of the interview, for example. So I am adding here a date now. So this is the date. Now, date of interview or the data collection. And you can just go to that same translated version and just add it here. And interview ki tarikh, it's in Urdu, so it's giving me like this. If it's in Hindi, any other language of the world that you want to translate this English to, just copy from here, come to your form and add that in the subtitles. Now please input date. So here they will have to select a date. Now after the date of interview, I am adding another question. Yes, I need this. What is your job title? Okay, so I just clicked it, add selected one. So you see what is your job title, and it has written all the relevant some of the options also. Individual contributor, team lead, manager, senior manager. You can remove these and you can add your own. You can just say your what is your job title. You can make this question open also, that the person should respond to it with their own words. But most of the time we need to add options, a drop down or a choice list, so that we have a clean data. So I just took the suggested one. But if you want to add yourself, so then I deleted that and I will just say add new, and I need a choice option. Here I say what is your role. When I type the question, it is giving me some of the options also: teacher, parent, student, administrator, etc., etc. but I don't need these, so I would add here, for example, officer, manager, and if you want to use theirs, so that's also not an issue. So you can add this way all these options, and if you want to add other option, so it just give you that option automatically. So here now, if you want that this is a choice question but someone can select more than one, so you just need to enable this multiple answer. If you remember in the Google form, I told you that when it's a circle, so it means that only one option can be selected. But let me show you, if I press uh, multiple answer, so now you see, let me show you in the preview. Now these will not be the circles, you see these will be rectangles, are these squares. Squares mean you can select more than one, and the circle means that only one can be selected. So in the Google form, there are different options for these, but in the Microsoft form, you can use this multiple choice option either for multiple answers or only for one answer. So here, since it is about their role, so it would be obviously one among them. It can't be two. So I am not enabling multiple answer option. Now after that, which of the question I need? Gender. So I need a gender question also. So let me copy it from here so that we can save our time. Add, you can add some more options also here with this button. Add new. I need now the question gender. So for gender also I need a choice question. So I will select a choice question and I will say gender. When I type gender here and the time I am out, so it gives me all the, you don't need to enter these option man, woman, male, female, etc. It is giving you already all these options, woman, men, non-binary, and prefer not to say. So you just click add all. So now after the gender, let's see that another option, which is this branching. So let's use it. What is that? For example, we are adding a question. We are adding a question, and that is a choice question, and that is that in which project do you work? For example, there are two projects, and you want to obtain information regarding one project or the other one. So here what you can do, in which project do you work? For example, I am asking project A and project B. I am just trying to explain that skip logic to you. Now I want another question. Another question is, for example, to use how did you find the intervention of project A? For example, this is my question, the next one. So I will add for that rating. This is the rating option now. We discussed choice and text a lot. Now we will discuss rating. So I'm clicking this. How did you find the intervention of project A? Now for this rating, you have different options. Levels 1 to 5, or do you want 1 to 10? Both options are available. And for the symbol, do you want star or a number? Just number or star? So I am using stars, and 1 to 5 is enough for me. How did you find the intervention of project A? I just want similar type of question for project B, so I am just copying, okay, duplicating that. And now I would ask the same question for project B. Now let's see what does that branching or skip logic means. Now I am here, in which project do you work? So I will click this question. I will come here and I will say add branching. When I click, so it asks me if someone select project A, so where to go? I am saying if someone select project A, so he or she should go to question number 6. because that is related to project A. So I am just clicking that one. If someone select project B, so then he or she should go to question number 7. So I am here and just adding section B. It's very easy in MS form. In Google form, it's a little bit difficult. Now, if someone select project A, so he or she will go to question 6. And if someone select project B, so he or she will go to question number 7. Now let's go back from here. Okay. Now you see, if someone select project A, so he or she will come to this question, but this one will also be visible to him. But if someone select project B, then this one will not be visible, but he will come here. So I am adding some more question so that it is properly explained to you. Add another question. Add another question is rank below activities. I am adding the ranking option just to use that one also. So for that we did this one, text, rating, date. Now come here and use the ranking option. For ranking, I am adding a question, rank below activities. Priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. I am just writing all those activities. For example, activity, it might be related to activity, it might be related to brands, it might be related to anything. But if you want to ask that, rank below items based on your priorities, so this is related to it. I am just adding activity 1, activity 2, activity 3, just for example. Now, that branching option, let's see in the preview. Okay, if someone write his name, date of interview, which role do you have, gender. Now you see, in which project do you work? Other questions are not visible now. But if someone click project A, then the other question which are based on that questions will be visible. But for this project A, this sixth question is relevant. How did you find the intervention of project A? But that seventh question is not relevant to him because it's related to project B and he has selected project A. So that's why I added this question also, so that I update the skip logic. Now I will come back and here in this question I will use that branching, and I will say that if someone select project A, so he should go to question 6 and for project B to 7. But when the project A comes to question 6, so here also I will add that branching option, and I will say go to next. No, he should go to question number 8, rank below activities. Direct. So this branching options is the MS form is giving you now here also. Why? Because for this question you have already added skip logic. So in the next question it is automatically giving you the option to skip a specific question. Now let's see in the preview. Back, preview. Here now you see when someone select project A, so he or she will come to question 6. How did you find intervention of project A? And then directly he or she will go to rank below activities, and that is also in the sequence now to him because he is relevant to project A. So his sequence is going on this way. If he select project B, so then the question will be how did you find the intervention of project B? When I select A, so the question is project A. When I select B, so the question is project B. So this way you can easily do this. Now what is this ranking? For example, rank below activities. Now you see against each activity there are these two options, up arrow and down arrow. Now for example, he says that activity 1 is not my priority one. So he or she can click down. So it went down. Now this, for example, he or she say that activity 3 is my priority one. So he or she will click this button. So now activity 3 is priority 1, 2 is priority 2. For example, activity 1 is priority 2 and activity 2 is priority 3. So 1, 2, 3, these priorities they can give, and then I will show you in the Excel that how this can be analyzed. So we have almost used most of the option. Let me see any other thing remaining. Here you see, oh, yes, this Likert option. When you click it, it's also almost the same thing, just like rating, but in the rating, you have only one question and one rating. Here you can add in the rows many statements are related to activity. For example, if here you want that rate below activities, so in the same question you can write the names of all those activities here, and on this column side you can add either 1 2 3 rating, or you can add very satisfied, satisfied, not satisfied, very much satisfied, etc. on this side. And on this side you can either write statements that this activity is very beneficial for the beneficiaries and he can then read that statement, or if you just write the activity names and he or she wants to rate them according to their perspective. And you can add some more statement also here as much as you want. And here also you are not limited to only 5 option, you can add some more option also. So vertically and horizontally by columns and by rows you have a lot of option. So this was related to the Likert scale. Now net promoter score, this is simple just like rating. Now you see, he the MS Farm has already added a question also. How likely are you to recommend us to a friend or a colleague? For example, you are a firm organization or a shop or a company. So you want to ask how likely are you to recommend us to a friend or a colleague? So they cannot at all likely 0 and 10 is extremely likely. So they can use those rating type question also. So this is simply the question which was net promoter score. And section is as I shared in the start that you can develop different sections for different questions. For example, for respondent profile you can add another section. So when you click this section, so it will give you just like the title, you can add description, you can add, and you can add some questions here also. For example, if you have 4 5 questions which you want to use skip logic for them, for all of them, so then sections are good for you because you can add skip logic, add branching to complete section also. For questionnaire app, in your questionnaire there is health project also, education project also, and in the start you asked a question that which project, which sector you are working, and he select health, so he should directly go to the health section questionnaire. And if he or she select education, so they should go directly to the education sector questionnaire. So you can add this section, simple section name, and then add questions just like the same as we did before. Now let's come to this response step. Here, when someone submit responses, so you will get all the numbers and analysis, etc. here. And what is the role of this send button? For example, here we have submitted just one response. So you can just download this Excel also. I will show you. Now, if you want to send this to other to for data collection, so you need to click this send button. Here it will give you a URL. You can shorten this URL just like bit.ly. So you can shorten this URL and then copy and send in email or a WhatsApp or a message. And whoever click this link, this form will open. For example, I copied it, and if I go to a browser and just paste it and enter, so the same form will be opened in front of me, and I will just come and enter all the requirement and submit the form. So when I submit the form, the person will receive here all the responses. Now here also you can do this link. If you want to share a link, if you want to share a QR code, for example, if you want that a QR code should be used, so you can generate a QR code, and when you send it to someone, so when they scan the QR code, so this form, and they can fill it through mobile or tablet or any other media. There is another option, embedding. You can embed and you can send via email also. Now get a link to duplicate. You can duplicate also this form. And then there are some other option. For example, here we see these three dots. These three dots, it's for setting, print form, feedback, outcomes. Settings, just see the setting. Setting is accept response. If you do not click this, so no one will be able to accept response to submit responses. You need to click this. When you are ready for data collection, so you need to come to these three dots, click setting, and then click accept responses. You can specify a specific start and end date also. For example, if you want that only from this date to this date it should be accepting responses, so you can add those dates also. Here you can specify the dates. Email notification of each response. If you want that the respondent should get an email when they submit a form, so you can click this, then they will receive emails from your email that thank you and your response has been submitted. If you don't want this, so you can use this customized thank you message also, that when they submit the form, so they will receive a customized message that whatever words you want to use, you can use here. Show progress bar, it will show the progress bar also to them, that I am in this place, in this place, in this place. For example, if you would have seen while filling some form that shows you 20%, 30%, so you can add this. And when you have added this, then you will see like this. When they would be filling the form, so they would be you see here page 1 of 2, and they are just the progress bar is okay. So this was the setting, and now I think we are ready to accept. Now let me show you the Excel file and how that Likert scale and how those scoring and priority activities, the ranking of activities, how they will look like in the MS Excel. So let's see. When you click this, you will see here the downloaded version, and just click it. And now here, this is the form. This is the Excel sheet in which only one response has so far submitted. So this is the Excel sheet. This ID is auto-generated. Start date, completion date, that's also auto-generated from the computer. Email and name. If that person has signed into his account and then submitted the form, so here you will see the email and name. And if he or she wants to keep their name and email anonymous, so that can also be done if they just click the form and fill it and do not sign in. So no issue. Here, your name, that was the question, and date of interview, what is your role, all you see here. Now, let me show you in which project you are. For example, if that person is selected project A, so now you see the question related to project A is available. How did you find the intervention of project B? That is blank because he has selected project A. So you get a cleaned data. There are no such issues. Now for this ranking, what is the issue? For this ranking, they have clubbed all those in one column. For example, that person selected activity 2 first, then activity 3, and then activity 1. So here in this form, you will see these like this. You see, like in one form. If you want that, I want these columns to be rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. That you can do with the text to column option. But when all the data is collected, you should do that time, so that you may not add some columns in this sheet which are not there. So later on you can do it like this. For example, I added some columns for these rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. So here I will just add rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3. And what I will do, I will select this, go to data, text to column, delimit it. I have already done a session on this, that's why I'm going fast. But delimit it, and what I have here, semicolon between these different text. So I will use them. Here I say semicolon. I select it, Now you see activity 2, 3, 1, those have been divided in three columns. Now next, and after that just finish and you will see now these three options are here. So you can keep this column and just copy and paste them here and keep this column the same way as there was. So later on you can then analyze that how which of the activities has got rank 1, which of the this analysis I will do when this in the next session. And what I am going to do, I am going to paste the link of this form in the description of the video. So if you start submitting responses on that, so do it. And when I receive almost 50 to 60 responses, so then I will develop a detailed video on how to analyze this data also. I hope you like the video. So just don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you have any comments, so you can add that. You have any question, any problem, or you face any issues, so you can just comment and I will definitely respond. Thank you so much.
Hope you like the video. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.
And thanks for watching.